I see this game being closer than the experts think. The Miami defense is a lot better than people give them credit for. The defense reached their apex against A&M, where they held them to 3 points and sacked Marcel Reed 7 times. The problem for Miami is their offensive production. The passing attack against A&M was lackluster at best. Their run game was the secret to their success. At the end of the game, the defense was worn down enough for Miami to punch it in on the ground. Just like Miami, Ohio State's offense has been different in their way to success this year. Unlike years past, Ohio State has found its success by gradually wearing down the opposing defense and winning the fourth quarter. Miami's only path to victory relies on their pass rush. In order to win on New Year's Eve, they have to harass Julian Sayin. If he has time to throw, Ohio State's wide receivers will dominate the secondary. I believe that Miami will keep it close throughout the first 3 quarters, but Ohio State will prevail late. Ohio State wins, but it's closer than the experts think. Ohio State wins 21-17. This game is very intriguing as Texas Tech really hasn't been tested the whole season. Even though they lost to ASU, they were without their starting quarterback. However, they haven't been battle-tested like Oregon. The toughest matchup they have had so far is playing BYU twice. In my opinion, BYU isn't that good as they have a one-dimensional offense focused on running the ball. Oregon matches up a lot better against Texas Tech due to their ability to pass the ball efficiently. Oregon's defense is by far the best defense Texas Tech will face so far in this season. A lot of people are skeptical about their defense because of their performance against JMU. Most of those points were given up by Oregon's third stringers in the second half, however. The score at halftime was 34-6. The defense also had 91 snaps on the day because of how fast Oregon was scoring. In my opinion, this game will be tight for the first quarter, but Oregon will slowly pull away. Give me Oregon 31-21. Surprisingly, many are booking this game as a blowout in favor of Indiana. While Indiana is the better team in my opinion, Alabama does have a path to victory. Alabama is the definition of bipolar. They lost to 5-7 Florida State by double digits, then turned around and beat Georgia and Athens by double digits. Their performance against Oklahoma was bipolar as well. They looked dead to rights, then turned around and outscored Oklahoma 34-7. So the main question for Alabama is what version will show up against Indiana. They have the talent to win, so we will see. Mendoza hasn't been as impressive in big games this season, as his touchdown to interception ratio is 6-5. Indiana's defense has been able to terrorize opposing quarterbacks the whole season, which allowed them to hang with Ohio State and eventually beat them. This game will be very close, but I have Indiana pulling it out in the end. Indiana wins 27-24. This is the third rematch of the regular season in the playoff. This game was a back-and-forth shootout with both offenses firing on all cylinders. Even though Ole Miss lost, Chambliss showed up in a big way in his first ever road start. Kirby Smart, the head coach for Georgia, has said all season that his Bulldogs are, quote, hard to kill. This was put on display as Georgia had to come back from a double-digit deficit to beat Ole Miss in the fourth quarter. Both teams have drastically improved since they have played each other. The Georgia defense has especially gotten better. This game, in my opinion, will not be another shootout. Both defenses will reach their apex as they have experienced playing each other this season. I have Georgia winning a close defensive battle, 24-21. However, I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss manages to pull off the upset. Also, on a side note, I started off my predictions 4-0. So I wonder how I'll do here. Let me know your predictions in the comments below.